Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the IceHQ Ice Rink in Reservoir, Melbourne, Australia. On Wurrung and Wurrung traditional land for the IceHQ Pro League, round 4, I should say, and it's the Snipers and the Inferno tonight. I'm Carl Brewer, and joining me tonight is Anton Goss and Nikki Weinheimer. Will be bringing you this round 4 game, which promises to be a scorcher. It's the start of the middle. This is the first of the rematches way back in round 1. The Snipers won 3-1 in a boil-over third period after the Inferno led for most of the night. Before evening it all up to deadlock the game in the third, and then the Inferno lost their composure and gave away a go-ahead and then an empty netter. It was close until then. Gossy, Nikki, what's going to happen tonight?
Yeah, I think the Inferno, if you remember going back to the last game, they really had the dominance the entire time. But then really, as you said, gave it away midway through the third, and it was B4, and then Neela Brenning. And Neela's out today, so they'll be missing her. She's on a 2-game goal streak. She's scored 2 games on the trot.
A big missing player for them without Nella. She's a real danger and a great goal scorer.
But I think the big one here, too, is Emily Davis-Tope. She's been all over the match for the Snipers. Each game, like, using her composure, her speed, her hands. But she's yet to find the score sheet. I'm expecting a big game out for EDT.
Yeah, there's been a lot of promise from EDT, but not a lot of delivery. So a little bit like the Leafs there, I think. So we're just trying to sneak in some Maple Leafs reference just for Gossy. But yeah, so she always looks exciting on the ice and does move very well, but hasn't yet been able to tickle the twine. So hopefully she can manage to make that happen this evening, especially with Nella Brenning being missing. Although we do have her showing up on the list here, but apparently she's not coming. Yeah. So anyway, that's a bit of a mistake on that. Last week we did also see the Inferno lose 6-2 to a commanding Dogs team. It was a little bit disappointing for them. They were a bit short-handed. They were without Yo-Yo and also Lucy Perrington. Lucy, one of the legends of Australian ice hockey. So with those two missing, they were caught with their pants down a fair bit in defence.
Yeah, they were very short on numbers as well, right? Like not many, short bench. Both their goalies were ill, and it was actually Alex Slade-Baker, who's going to be suiting up tonight for the Snipers, that was filling in for the Inferno. And the Inferno tonight are going to have their backup, Liv Gargano, playing there. So the battle of the backups here tonight. Very excited. I think that the Inferno, with the extra numbers, it's going to look a lot more like Game 1, I think, than Game 2. What do you think, Nikki?
I definitely think Inferno will be looking for a little bit of a retribution, trying to get that win on the board. It's almost like they potentially have something to prove, that they're still in the competition and they're still in it to win it.
Well, we know they've got some pretty good coaching, and they've got a very determined captain in Georgia Carson, and she's going to want to get some points on the board. Last week too, Slade-Baker, without wishing to kind of harp on it about a little bit, there was a very interesting first goal that was scored from the opening face-off that went back from the face-off, one back by the Inferno centre, and then went straight through everyone, including Slade-Baker, to the point where everyone was a bit confused as to what had actually happened when the goal was scored. But to her credit, she managed to recover from that fairly unpleasant start for her and screw ahead on, and actually had a pretty good game in goals, Slade-Baker, last week. So hopefully she can get the error count down a little bit and get a bit more communication with her defence and sort that out, because they need to fix that. You can't afford to give away easy goals. This is a very tight competition, and that's been the only blowout game we've seen. Everything else has been really close. So every goal counts, and you just can't afford to make concentration lapses in defence.
I think, the big thing too, just looking at bringing in a new goaltender here for the Snipers, is Michaela Piers, who's warming up right now. She's been a rock, if not the star of the turn of this competition so far. So it'll be interesting to see how the defense potentially changes. When you have that rock that out the back, you play a little bit looser. So it'll be interesting to see how the Snipers play in front of Slade-Baker tonight. But what is for sure is both these teams are going to want to win. There is a lot of internal chatter between the captains, between the players. Everyone's here to have fun. But as the three of us know here, you have a lot more fun when you win, right, Nikki?
100%. The Leafs would understand a good win better than the Bruins.
You'd think they would, but They don't tend to deliver very much. But so there was, in the middle of the week, there was the mid-season draft. We had the Inferno picking up Courtney Mahoney, who is an Australian rep for the under-18s and a 2020 Australian Women's Ice Hockey Rookie of the Year. And she has also played in the Ontario Women's Hockey League in under-22. So look for her in the Inferno. And also Ebony Rama. She's the daughter of one of the legends of Victorian ice hockey in Dave Rama. And she's returning to the game after a brief layoff. And she was an under-18 Australian representative when she plays for the Melbourne Ice as well. The Snipers picked up Steph Conlon, who is also a Melbourne Ice player and also played for the Victorian representative team, and also Ava Pickering, who's a youngster who's come across from the ACT, and she's played in the ACT state team as well as the Victorian team. So they'll be interesting to watch. The Snipers players to watch out for, I'm always thrilled to see B DeFore on the ice. We know that she's one of the best defensive players and also participates well in attack. And without Nella Brenning, that's going to be an interesting thing for the Snipers to do, to try and get some scoring opportunities. For the Inferno, Bron Cashin, we've seen her play particularly well in face-offs last week, and she generated a lot of opportunities. Wasn't able to turn them into goals, but was pretty good at creating opportunities. And also Georgia Carson, when she gets that shot wound up from the blue line, it's a scorcher. We're about to get underway.
Well, Sam Pereira about to drop the puck, and it's face-off here between DeFore there, and here comes the Inferno that have the puck, and a pickpocket right there by Davis Tope, but the hand up by Sam Pereira, and just as quickly as we started, Emily Davis Tope heading to the box, and the Inferno will have an early power play.
So we're going to see what that was for. That was for a trip by the look of it.
Yeah, I think she just went there to pick up the puck, and unfortunately just got a stick on skate, and Inferno player fell down, and we'll be going straight to the power play here for the Inferno. So just the start the Inferno wanted. Puck's in the corner, and the big B DeFore wins that out, but it's picked up there and shot in, and a nice save there by Slade Baker as she makes her first in the blue jerseys there on Julian.
Yeah, Slade making a good save there too. This is the opportunity that the Inferno desperately need. You see their D pinching up quite high. That is a bit risky. If someone gets behind them, they can get caught out there, so they want to be a bit careful.
So Quezada's battling there, but Julian will go in on chase, but B DeFore has the puck now and does great job just to get that out of the zone, but a nice little glove there by Carson, but as the touch up there by her teammate in Arama, we'll have a hand pass, and the face-off will be just in front of the Inferno bench there in the neutral zone.
So just to bring you all up to speed too, the tripping penalty, if a player through using their stick by accident or deliberately causes an opponent to fall over, the referee has no discretion. They have to award a penalty.
So here we are, face-off one. It's Stringer who gets it out, but back there is Georgia Moore. She looked to flip that in and hit the back of the helmet of her teammate. And here come the Inferno now. It's Lucy Parrington with a move. She's taking it over high of the slot. Just stops, takes it onto the backhand there on the half wall, just leaves it there for her teammate. Puck on the half wall, they're battling. She's got Parrington behind the net, but decides to send it back to the point. So Dutton now with a shot, looking for a deflection there by Parrington, but a battle here behind the net, and it's the mid-season draft. Mahoney with the puck here, sending it back to Dutton. Dutton with a wind, looking again for that deflection by Parrington, but this time it's Moore who collects it and will finally get the puck out. The Inferno through
Gossie, I can't help but think that
Danny
Dutton's play there is a little bit of a mistake. She's not shooting it on the net. She's trying to get a tip in from a pretty obtuse angle and put it on the net.
Yeah, you know,
make the goalie work.
I mean, if the play works out, I mean, it's very tough as a goaltender to stop that deflection there. But as you said, I mean, it's probably
fancy stuff for goals.
Yeah, probably better just to put it on net and test the goalie this early in the game.
Yep. And we'll have the end of the penalty on the drop of the puck.
And Emily Davis Tope will come out, and the Snipers now 1 for 1 on the penalty kill and 0 for 1 on the power play here for the Inferno. But here comes Parrington taking the puck wide on Raimondo. She'll just chip it back here to the point, and it's Dutton now with it. She goes off the half wall down there for Parrington, who goes to send it in front. Puck's loose. It bounces out. Parrington with a shot and a save there by Slade Baker, and the Inferno now looking to get it out through Mayer.
Pennington with a great shot there under a lot of pressure.
Here's Mahoney. Look at her skate. Nice moves. Flutters one in, but a glove save there by Slade Baker as she's now up to 5 saves this evening already.
Parrington's save there. We might get a chance to see that, and if not, you want to rewind the stream. It was Parrington's shot was a great one. She was off balance when she took it and aimed high, and Slade Baker had to use all of her skill to save that one.
So face-off one here is Georgia Carson, who just chips that down into the corner. First two, it's going to be Heather Ryland, who's going to rim that around, looking for her teammate in steal. Not able to get into the Inferno, keeping great pressure on post that power play. And the puck's now out down the ice. First to it is Steph Conlon, but great job there by Greggy just to keep that there. And the Inferno now in over the zone, but B. DeFour is the big wall back in blue and stops them in their tracks. Puck out, and it's Emily Davis-Tope chasing in on Carson, but Carson pushes it over there, and it's Gwen Troon who will finally get it out. Emily Davis-Tope again picks it up. She's got a little extra pep in her step following a 2 minutes in the sin bin, but Troon collects it and sends it up out of the zone. So we're starting to see a little bit of offense here by the Snipers after all Inferno, and it's Emily Davis-Tope, the girl in the blue helmet, dropping it back there for DeFour, collected by the Inferno, but only as far as Schreier, who's going to send that deep.
What I'm liking a lot about the Snipers play at the moment, Gossie, is the way they've got defense in layers. They're having 2 and 3 players back all the time, covering all their Inferno opportunities.
Puck out, takes the shot, and that deflects just wide as the Snipers come close to getting the first goal of the game. Puck over, and it's Vanderwolf who has the puck now for the Inferno. She skates out into the middle of the ice and chips it up there for Yo-Yo Meisner, but a nice poke check there, just out of the zone though, and the Inferno will be called offside as we'll have a face-off right in front of the three of us.
And Caitlin Schreier there with the one making that little intercept. She timed it nicely. You often talk to defensive players about moving back in advance before anything happens, but if you're sure you can get it, then go for it. She did.
What are you seeing early on, Nikki, in terms of the game and the momentum?
Both teams are hungry. It's just Inferno, those little 1%ers that could get them the goals. They're not really hitting the mark.
Well, here's the Snipers looking for a chance. It was Newman trying to get it deep, but Dutton back there for the Inferno. She'll take it behind the net, looks in front for Julian, but a nice pinch there by Moore. Snipers not able to keep it in, though. It was Vanderwolf who chipped it out, but here comes Newman now. Only momentarily, though, as the Snipers will now look to pinch it, but Danny Howe collects it after a great poke check by Julian, gets it out of the zone. So just a little bit of back and forth neutral zone play here after a great early start by the Inferno. Snipers yet really to create any dangerous scoring opportunities with only one shot on the net. There's a battle there in front of the Inferno bench there, and first to it's going to be Danny Howe here in the corner for the Snipers. She's got on her forehand. She looked to drop that back. Now decides to try to backhand it in front of the net for Newman, but can't get to it. She's got on the point now. Raimundo's looking for it, but Danny Howe just shoots it there onto the pad of Gargano, who makes her second save of the evening.
And this is where I think the Snipers, Gossie, they're really missing Nella Brenning. They haven't got that little bit of extra danger in attack that they have when she's on the ice. Where it's someone who defensive players always have to watch very closely. Dia getting involved, Caitlin Schreier there on a couple of occasions getting involved deep in the attack for the Snipers to try and create opportunities.
Puck to the point, and a shot flutters in, but a nice stick save. It's behind the net now for the Snipers as they carry that out into the corner. Taking a look to get that in front, and that's Steph Conlon who's the pickup looking to get in on the score sheet, but she just chips that down behind the net. First back is going to be Amelia Stringer as she tries to get that out, but a great pinch there by the Sniper defender. There's a little pile up there on the half wall, and the puck gets out, and there's two skating on it, but first to it was a Sniper, and that's going to allow Hope Newman there to chip it up there for Raimundo.
Some good sustained pressure there by the Inferno, by the Snipers there for a good minute or so of zone time, but not able to convert it into a goal.
So pucks now just chip behind the net. It's Bella Raimundo who has it. She's being watched by two Snipers and does a great move just to chip that onto the corner. And here's Aparicio down on the half wing. She chips it in front, and Davis-Tope takes a shot and just shoots it wide on the backhand. And that was as close as the Snipers have been to scoring so far in this game.
Raimundo with a beautiful break there, picking up that opportunity and getting the pass across, but Davis-Tope just caught on that backhand and not quite able to get enough power on it to convert it into a goal.
Stringer was able to get it out, but B. DeFour just shoots it cross ice into the corner, and the captain here for the Inferno first to it. Little poke check there by the Inferno, chips it through, and that's going to allow Bedell to get the puck. But the big superstar, B. DeFour, is back there, and she's going to get that out of the zone and allow her team to regroup. Bedell chips it into the corner. She's one-on-one with DeFour. DeFour wins it out into the half wall. It's Braun Cashin now battling with Zoe Quezada. DeFour looks out in front for Davis-Tope, who had to hit a stick, but now she's chipped that out to Danny Howe. She's one-on-one with Dutton, does the smart move just to get that deep, and she'll skate in, but her beer league teammate, Braun Cashin, is first to the puck. Dutton now has it here for the Inferno. She's being watched there by the Snipers. On the half wall, they chip it, but not out. Snipers trying to get it deep. They do, and Danny Howe now has it on the forehand. She's deep in the near side corner, takes it behind the net, but watched by Dutton. Little battle there, and the big body of Dutton knocks Howe down to the ground, and with that, we're going to say it's a little bit of extra force, and it's going to be Dutton going for 2 or less for the slash.
And so with 8 minutes and 45 seconds to go, we're all tied up at there's no goals yet to anyone. Snipers with 2 recorded shots, the Inferno with 4, but it's been a pretty even game, and we're now going to get the Snipers with their first power play.
So Snipers so far, Inferno, weren't able to score on their early power play, and the Snipers are getting their chance, but it's Vanderwolf now with speed who has the puck, and Julian supporting her. Chips it up to Julian, and it just chips off her stick as she wasn't able to get an opportunity there. But the Snipers deep in the Inferno, deep in the Sniper zone right now, keep it in again, and it's Vanderwolf, just walks into the slot, looks to take a shot, back on her stick, and she'll just curl away there from Newman. Still with it is Vanderwolf doing the best power kill right now as she's got it in on the half wall. Julian's gone behind the net and she finds her. Julian looking to wrap it around, but the pad of Slade Baker was pinned to that post and was able to make the save.
So Inferno committing a lot into that penalty kill with a lot of players up forward. They want to be careful. They want to make sure they maintain possession when they do that.
And it's all from these 2 superstars on the Inferno, Julian and Vanderwolf. We've seen it all season. Those 2 on the ice on the penalty kill definitely have some danger. Inferno doing a nice job just to keep possession, and they have it, and it's their new pickup of Mahoney, who wasn't able to evade a check there, and it's Bella Raimondo now for the Snipers looking to set something up. Puck squirts into the middle, and everyone's onside, so they'll walk in, takes a shot in on Gargano, and she makes the save as the puck goes into the corner.
Nice shot through a lot of traffic there. Gargano with a good save. She wouldn't have seen that coming for a while.
So here we have, it's Lucy Parrington with Mahoney. Mahoney, she has it on the half wall, takes it deep into the corner. She's got Parrington now there, and she'll find her. Parrington just plays a little catch there with Mahoney. Out in front, Parrington looking for a shot and just runs into a blue jersey, and that's going to allow the Snipers to come out the other way. It's Mayer now, just chipping it up there for Conlin, and just a little bit of miscommunication brought that one offside, but what a penalty kill for the Inferno. What have you liked seeing on that, Nikki?
During that penalty, you can see that the Snipers are just trying to get in there, but Inferno are sticking together, and they're managing to shut out the Snipers altogether with their goalie making that amazing save through traffic.
I know you're one of the esteemed coaches here, Carl, and I think, when you look at a power play, it's so often seen that you lose a little bit of that intensity because you think you have the extra body. I think
it is certainly very easy to get complacent when you're defending on them.
But here's Emily Davis, Tobe walking all around, takes a shot, but a great save by Gargano there, and able to pit that rebound into the corner. Snipers still have it, though, and it's in the corner. Nice little move here, brings it out. Ready to looking to take a shot, but there's white jerseys all over the puck. Kept in, though, and it's Aparicio now with the puck. She's taking it deep into the corner. She's got Emily Davis-Tope trying to own that slot area, and B4 deep now, evading some checks. B4 walks out in front, looking there for Aparicio. She's got it now. Quizado looking, but nice job by Stringer, able to get it out into the neutral zone.
Snipers committing a lot of players deep in that attack. They've got to be very mindful of keeping possession of that puck and their D getting back and covering it.
So the dump is on, and Aparicio looking to give chase. It's Stringer who sends that behind the net. Just a regroup there by her defense partner in Bronwyn Cashin. Stringer has it. She's being watched. Looks to get it out, but a nice pinch there by Dufour, only momentarily, though. And the Snipers just not getting caught back there. Is a great job by Schreier, able to get back. But that pass there just missed, and we'll have an icing.
And with 5 minutes to play, be interesting to see if Dufour is brought back on the ice. She's trying to make a change. With the icing call, she's not allowed to change, so she's going to be brought back on. And she did just have to do a fairly quick back check, so she'll be a little bit tired. Look for her to try and get off the ice as soon as she can after this puck is dropped.
I'll tell you what, if you look over on the Sniper bench, there's no bigger smile than Michaela Piers there with the yellow palm on the top of her Sniper's hat. She's having a good time working the door there. But here's Vanderwolf now, trying to cut in front. She's going to keep it there back to Poppy Kelly and a chip there for Troon, intercepted by Newman, and she's going to come here on the right wing. She chips that cross ice, and Troon will get there first, but she's being watched by Pickering. the recent mid-season draft pickup. Julian with a nice move now, and as we've seen all season, she's going to get the Jets on and send it up to Vanderwolf. Vanderwolf looks to find where Julian is, tried to chip it back, but a great stick by Tran allows the snipers to go the other way. And it's Danny Howe on Troon coming in on Gargano, takes a shot, and Liv Gargano standing big, makes the save on the sniper forward on the half break.
Yeah, Gargano there with a game-defining save there. That was a great opportunity for the snipers, just not quite able to convert it, getting past Troon, but what a beautiful save.
And she made herself big, got down to that butterfly pad spread, and just said, shoot it straight into my chest, because that's all I'm giving you. And that's exactly what Danny Howe did. So here's Mahoney with the puck for the Inferno. Nice move to dodge that sniper defense, and now she turns on the Jets. You can see the skating. Chips through, but a great stick by the captain, Georgia Moore. But only momentarily, as now it's Dutton who's activated from the point. She's behind the net, looks to make the pass to Mahoney, and she just misses. Comes back to Parrington for a shot. There's a deflection, and Tran is going to get that one out as she makes her second block in the sequence.
Snipers with a big defensive play there, getting back in numbers, and just putting bodies in front of the net. It's a hockey cliche, but if you're there, it's hard to score.
Great move again by Mahoney. You see she's going to be a big pickup here from the midseason draft already with some great skating and great vision. The puck's on her stick again. And here she is going out into the corner. She's being watched by Tran, but the puck comes back to Dutton. Dutton just rims it around back for Mahoney, who's being watched again by Tran. Skates out, looks for the pass, little fake pass there. It goes back into the corner for Parrington. Parrington looking to center that, but Georgia Moore back, and she just sends that into the corner for Tran, and they're going to get out. So here comes Jasmine Mayer, who's going to get that deep, and Dutz is just going to send that up for Parrington. It bounces over the stick of Bella Raimondo and collected there by Ryland, who was looking there for her teammate but missed.
So a great example there for those of you watching who are coming up through lower grades. One of the wingers there for the Snipers looked like she was going to be involved in the attack but went for a change. She knew she was gassed, and the change is more important than the rush.
So here's Davis. Tope picks it up. There's a delayed penalty here on the Inferno. In front, takes a shot by Aparicio, but another great save there by Gargano. And just as the puck is touched there by Ebony Rama, we have a penalty, and it's going to be going to Lucy Parrington for 2 minutes or less for the slash.
You might have seen the Snipers pull their goalie. The reason they did that is because as soon as the Inferno touched the puck, the penalty gets stopped. So the Snipers, it's almost impossible to score against them unless they score an own goal. So they can pull their goalie and go 6-on-5.
So Aparicio on the face-off here. The Snipers are going to hope for a little bit more offense than they had last time out. But no surprise, the Inferno have gone out with their two star penalty killers, Julian and Vanderwolf. But the puck's in the corner now. It's Steph Conlin. She's carrying it out, sends a pass across. With it now winding, taking a shot, blocker save there by Gargano. Davis Tope has it. Bella Raimondo's calling for it, but instead it's going to go back there for Ryland. Ryland over to Raimondo. Raimondo looking to get it through some laces, but Christina Julian with it now. She's in on a break on Baker, goes for the backhand, she shoots, but what a save, goal! What a goal there by Julian as it just snuck past the pad of Alex Slade Baker as she cut across. It looked like she had it, but Julian made no mistake as they score shorthanded.
It is a great risky take when you set up that umbrella formation in a penalty power play and try and pass the puck around and just try and make that one extra pass rather than getting those shots on into traffic. And they got caught out there, in the Snipers, and as a result, the Inferno with the first goal. We're in the same situation we were in game one.
It's a very tough thing sometimes as a defender there. You know, you're told always to get the puck on net, right? Try to get through traffic. But when you see a defender coming straight at you, sometimes it's better just to rip it down the wall, get the puck deep, and look for a better shooting lane. And I know that's one that Bella Raimondo probably would want back, but she did a good job trying to back check. But Christina Julian just way too good when she's given a chance like that, as she was able to slot that one past Slade Baker.
So when we start up the second period, the Inferno will still be on the penalty kill for a remaining 32 seconds for Lucy Parrington. Will have to stay in the box for another 30 seconds or so before she's allowed out on. In that period, we had the Snipers 7 shots to the Inferno 6, but that one goal and the breakaway from shorthanded Christina Julian with a ripper getting around Slade Baker and tucking the puck in. Nikki, what are you seeing so far in this game?
Dare I say those backup goalies, Carl? Those backup goalies are really showing up, and they're showing everyone pretty much what they're made of, and maybe they shouldn't really be a backup goalie.
Well, it's an interesting question. Is do you have backup goalies, or do you just have two goalies? And I think that's probably the case, that all the teams here have two goalies of pretty equal ability, and it's great to see all of them getting a fair go. The part of this competition is to develop talent, and if you spend your entire time sitting on the bench, you don't get much of a chance to develop. So it's great to see them getting involved, but I think they earn their places. It's not a charity game by any stretch of the imagination. They absolutely deserve to be there, and we saw Slade Baker play very well last week, and she's playing very well this week as well. Just there wasn't much you could do about that last goal when it's effectively a one-on-none, and it's a pretty hard thing to defend against. It's just like a penalty shootout, but with a bit more pressure. Gossie, what have you seen?
Yeah, I mean, it's been an interesting game, right? It's been ebbs and flows. We started off and it was all Inferno, right? They got that early power play. I think that you really saw that momentum go to their legs. But you'd almost, as bad as it sounds, if you're the Snipers, you almost wish to decline a penalty, right? Oh, sorry, she didn't trip me. She didn't slash me. Because at this rate, every time that they've been getting any sort of momentum, they've had a power play, and it's just sucked the energy out of the game. I mean, they were lucky not to let in a shorthanded goal on the first power play, and then sure enough, those two stars, Julian and Vanderwolf, Julian just pots one in the back of the net, and what should be a good thing is it's down one goal.
I think one of the big things there is the temptation to get fancy when you've got the numerical advantage is very high. You want to try and get that one extra pass and that one extra thing, and as you were saying earlier, you've got to get shots on the net, and if you can't get a shot on the net cleanly and you can't get a clean pass, put it in the corner and go and fight for it. It's how you do it in the NHL. It's how you need to do it here. If you try and do that one extra pass, there's nothing more embarrassing than a shorthanded goal.
I was listening to an interview today by a recent Hall of Fame inductee, Hitchcock. Great coach, one of the most winningest coaches in NHL history, and he talked about this saying, checking for chances. Right? And I don't mean checking as in body contact always. It's stick checking. It's understanding that you need to have that little bit of energy to win the puck back, to win the chances. It's not enough just playing defense or playing offense. It's about having those battles in the corners, those second and third efforts that are super important here. But the Snipers still have about 20 seconds left on the power play. You know, they're only down by one, and what we've seen so far for the Snipers this season is they're not afraid with playing from behind. They've come back in each of the games they've played. They won the first one after going down 1-0, 3-1. They came back to force a shootout where unfortunately they lost to the Dogs a couple weeks ago. Puck's back for Parrington now. She goes to send that into the corner. The Inferno, though, not able to connect, and the Snipers get it out as Hope Newman just deflects that into that. Stringer misses it, and here's Newman on a breakaway, and alone, and she shoots, and a great stick save by Gargano, and that one knocked it right out of her hands. Here comes Parrington, though, and the Inferno now are three wide. It's Poppy Kelly to Parrington. She shoots, and a save there by the leg of Slade Baker. Parrington still with it, though, look to send it deep to Kelly, and Kelly's doing that checking there, second, third efforts, and that puck now will come back to Parrington, and she'll just look to send that deep. Picked up here, though, and intercepted by Tran, and she'll look across over for her teammate who's going for a change. Stringer, though, here for the Inferno. She decides to pinch, takes a shot. That goes wide into the corner, and it's Aparicio now for the Snipers, who sends it up to Davis Tope, but unfortunately loses it in her skates.
So there's another good change there by the Snipers. They're changing on the rush with quite a lot of good discipline, making sure they've got fresh legs on. And Davis Tope, they're very nearly the recipient of the fresh legs on the ice and getting the blast up.
And here comes Aparicio. She's one-on-one with the Inferno. Captain tries to go through the legs, collects it looking for Davis Tope, and that was just a little bit behind her. That was some great moves by the Sniper star, Aparicio. Davis Tope, though, gets it back to Tran. She sends a one on net, but that just goes wide. Carson reverses it over, but first two, it's going to be the Sniper star there and Emily Davis Tope. Puck goes behind for Aparicio. She curls away there from Cashin, looks to center it, but no one is there, and the Inferno will get out now. Puck deep there, and it's shot on, but that goes deep into the corner, and it'll be a battle there between Shelly Clarkson and Julia Tran. Back is Aparicio. She collects that loose puck and sends that high and wide, and that'll roll down all the way. And icing will be called as Zoe Quezada was doing her best to negate that.
And the Snipers trying to get a few sneaky changes there, but I'm not sure if the refs saw it. We'll see if they drag a few players back, and it looks like they're going to have a couple of players brought back off the bench.
You can see
a sneaky change there on the icing call.
You can see Captain Georgia Moore having a chat with Cien Pereira about the icing, and I think Coach Drew Coffrey as well on the bench. Just wondering, it looked like Quezada was going to get there first, but as you always say, Carl, you're not going to change the official's mind.
Once they've determined what the reality is, we just have to go with it.
And trust me, I try. I try every beer league match.
Yes,
and,
you do.
You know, I've been known to be quite persuasive, but it's never worked. So.
That's like the Leafs winning finals, is it?
Hey, we won one this year. But here comes the Snipers, and it's a nice move there by Conlon, the midseason draft pickup. And she's not able to get in. Christina Julian just going to reverse it around.
Snipers with 6 on. They're going to get done with 6 players. They should be. They had 6 on the ice there.
So just a little miscommunication, and it was called there by the linesman there at the back, and it's going to be too many women or too many men on the ice.
Too many players, Gossip.
Too many players.
So the Snipers will now have a penalty kill. The Inferno with a chance, like they had early on, right at the very start, they had that initial penalty when EDT managed to unfortunately get hooked up in a trip, and this time the Inferno with a chance to have a numerical advantage, see if they can stick another puck in the net.
So here we are, 0 for 1 for the Inferno. It's a face-off win, and it's a battle now on the half wall, and that's just thrown into the corner. First to it, though, picking up is Vanderwolf. She goes in front to Julian, who takes a shot and rings it off the iron. Puck now back in the corner. Julian looks to find Vanderwolf. Back first to it is Julian, who curls away there from Mayer. She'll send that deep for Vanderwolf now, who sends it back to the point. A shot there by Greggy, blocked. Back to Vanderwolf. She skates right into the slot. She has all the space. She takes the shot and just shoots that one wide. Pinch, though, here by Carson, sending it down there for Julian. Out in front with the shot, and a nice save there by Slade Baker.
Meissner doing a good job of skating around, trying to create some space for herself as well.
So
hasn't yet received the pass, but she's been in good position.
So Vanderwolf chipped that over there for Carson. Back to Vanderwolf. She'll take that into the corner. Some nice puck movement here. Shot on, saved by Slade Baker. Julian behind. Back to Vanderwolf. She takes a shot, and another great save by Slade Baker, and the Snipers will get out now. It's Conlon coming down the right wing. She'll cut into the center, but a nice back check there by the captain. Carson blocks that, and that'll allow Vanderwolf to go the other way. Sniper's able to get a change, though, and it's B. DeFour who collects the puck, and she's got nothing but space in front of her as she gets those legs moving. She's got speed here, winds up, takes a shot, and just shoots that one wide. Back on the point now, back to DeFour, and DeFour just hits that one over the net. And the puck now collected by the Inferno. Oh, a bounce there, but first to it is going to be the midseason draft. Mahoney, she takes a shot, no mistake. Mahoney scores her first goal in the debut game for the Inferno here as she put that one just over the glove of Slade Baker on the power play.
That was a beautiful goal right there. There was every chance for her to muck up or stuff up, but she came through and got that goal, making her mark on the team and not really earning her position, but making a name for herself early on.
Yeah, definitely. She's been skating. She's been all over the puck, but that whole play was made off that cross-ice pass. It was a pass here from the D zone, right across, bounced just in front of the Inferno bench, and Mahoney read it perfectly, picked it up on the blue line, and made no mistake. And you can see that goal's gone to her leg. She's on it again, battling in the corner. There on Julia Tran, but still with it there, Mahoney. She picks it up, goes behind for Parrington. Parrington being washed by Aparicio, and Julia Tran picks it up. She sends that up on the point, but a nice poke check there by the captain, Carson, as the Inferno are now up 2-0 here on the Snipers with 2 special teams goals, 1 shorthanded and 1 on the power play.
So Mahoney, just to bring you up to speed there, she was an Australian rep in the under-18s, and she plays Rookie of the Year for the Australian Women's Ice Hockey League back in 2020. So we know she's got a pedigree. In addition, she's playing in the Ontario Women's Hockey League under 22s.
And here's Emily Davis-Tope. She's got space here with speed. She was looking in front for Danny Howe, but that hit a skate. Greggy looks to get in front, picked up by Howe. She winds up, takes a shot, and a kick save by Gargano, who's having a brilliant game so far here for the Inferno. It's Parrington now in the corner, being watched there by Howe, just able to evade that check and looks to backhand it out of the zone and finally gets it out. Here comes Bedell here on the left wing, being watched there by Ryland, who looked to get it out, but Bronwyn Cashin does a great stick check to get that puck deeper. Howe rims it around, just looking for Davis Tope, trying to find Newman, but misses her, and that's going to allow the Inferno just to regroup in their own zone. And first to it now here is Dutton, who sent that one cross ice, but just missed everyone, and that'll allow Bella Raimondo to collect in her zone. She's being forechecked well there and does a nice move just to evade that check and chip that up looking for Newman. That puck was knocked deep there by Yo-Yo Meisner.
The Inferno doing a good job of just keeping the puck in deep. They did it on the power play as well, driving the puck in back and making the Inferno, making the Snipers have to fight for it back in their own defensive zone. They're doing that quite effectively this period.
So Bella Raimondo with it now, just chips it up there on the wall. Danny Howe, stick check there by Bronwyn Cashin. It's Ebony Rama looking to keep that in and keeps it there and just sends that deep for a little bit more of a forecheck. She's waiting for Shelly Clarkson to go in on Bella Raimondo, but Raimondo was able to get that out, and that squeezes out into the neutral zone, and it'll be Danny Howe chasing in on Dutton. Dutton with it, though, keeps her head up, looks for the pass, sends that up, and that's collected by Julian, who just chips that forward for Vanderwolf. Vanderwolf's one-on-one now. She's got Julian and Meisner crashing it. She picks up the loose puck. Vanderwolf with a shot. She scores! Vanderwolf through the 5-hole, puts the puck in the net, and the Inferno have sprung out now to a 3-goal lead.
Awesome. Awesome job. Seems as though she might have hurt herself a little bit on that ice.
Yeah.
Watching the girls surround her, she's keeling over as she skates off. So
I think just as she went to look to cut in
yeah.
front, it looks like she just had a little bump there with one of the sniper defenders, but was able to get the shot off, and that completes the trick now. Power play, even strength, shorthanded. All they need is an empty netter, and you've scored in every way possible, right?
Then they need a fight and have to win that as well.
Oh, it is a very physical game. I've sort of made a note of that there's a lot of feistiness on the ice tonight, more than what we've witnessed before.
So here we are with Julian. That's going to go to Mahoney as she was just battling for the puck. And Sniper went down there, and she can't believe it, but she'll go for 2 or less. And this is, the Snipers are they're gonna need this one.
I can tell you, Gossie, from where I'm standing, it was pretty clear that she had her stick between the other lady's legs and brought her down. Now, she might not have meant to do it, but the referees have no discretion. That's an automatic penalty.
Well, just as B. Dufour was skating over, she gave us a little bit of a wave. So is that going to say she's going to score on this power play?
She's got to. They've got to do something. They're down 3 goals with 7 minutes to play in the second.
Telling us to watch out.
Yeah, here we are. So it's Conlon with some moves now. She's got Dufour open if she wants to, but just drops it there for Schreier, who's just going to send that deep behind. And Carson will get there first.
Look at where Dufour is just floating
chip
around,
that on the ball.
totally
She's open, and she needs that puck sent to her there on the point. Parrington's going to look to chip it, though. And the Snipers are going to keep that in, and no one down deep. Conlon just sends that right back for Dutton, and that's going to allow her to clear that one.
So the Snipers can't afford to waste time now. The clock's not in their favour. They've got get 3 goals back with 7 minutes to play in the second, plus obviously all of the third period. But they've got to get on the board now to get themselves some momentum.
A little pass there, miss, but that's actually going to be collected here by Mayer. She's going to send it to the star, B. Dufour. She'll take that wide, take a shot there, sharp angle, nearly put that past Gargano with another shot and another save, and the puck's loose there in the crease as B. Dufour now with 2 great shots on the power play. It's Emily Davis-Tope. She finds Dufour down in the corner. Davis-Tope looking to get open. She finds her. Davis-Tope with it. Winds, takes a shot and rings that one off the iron. The Snipers doing everything but can't seem to find the back of the net.
Tope was just caught there on her backhand, not able to convert it to a quick enough
Oh, and
shot.
here she is again. She collects that off some legs. She's going to curl back. Dufour's calling for it. Emily Davis-Tope's just going to switch there with Dufour. Dufour back to Tope. Davis-Tope has the puck, takes a shot and another save. Gargano, a gargantuous save here, keeping the game 3-0.
I think you've been saving that one up for a while, Gossie. Certainly good play here with 17 seconds to go on the penalty. And it looks like with that clearance down the ice that the Snipers will have successfully cleared the penalty. But we're going to get them brought back.
So that's just
won't be another penalty. That's just a face-off. So at the drop of the puck, we'll be back to 5-on-5. They create a lot of good opportunities, but a couple of times they just got caught on the backhand with the passes. Not quite as sharp as they'd like, and you can't get as good a shot as you wanted with the backhand. And
I can tell you,
It's
I
just
don't
the
know
way it goes.
how the Inferno just left B to 4 so open. You know, like
There's
she
only
was
4 of them
wide
on the
open
ice.
the whole time. And I think the Snipers, it just took them a while to clue in that she was open. And once they started feeding her, the puck started going to the net. And Gargano just with some great saves, and you know her friends, the post and the crossbar, they helped out as well.
There was a couple of big juicy rebounds, but they just couldn't quite get to them. That's the
We're
way it
keeping
goes
it
in that
there.
situation.
Yeah, so here's Dutton, who just goes cross ice there for Shelly Clarkson. She'll send that deep into the sniper zone, and first back will be Julia Tran, but she'll leave it there for her captain and Moore. Sent up there for Ava Pickering. Back up looking for Aparicio, but if she couldn't collect, she'll go for a change. Danny Howe coming over the bench. So Zoe Quezada battling there on Stringer, but good support there by Braun Cashin. And if you're here or on the stream, you might see a couple signs out for Braun Cashin, as she's got quite a few fans out here today in the stadium.
She's definitely a rink favourite. Is our Bron.
Zoe
Sometimes known
Quezada
as
just
Braunwyn.
was going for a change there, but smart not to have anyone else jump on, as they've already had one too many players. Moore looks up and just finds Newman, who tried to chip it in, but Stringer now for the Inferno will send it over to Vanderwolf, the most recent goal scorer. So it looks like her wrist's okay as she dangles around one, takes a shot, and just off the toe picks up another rebound. She's got Stringer on the point, but takes it in herself, looking for Julian, and that just squirts out into the corner. Puck's reversed. No Inferno there, so the Snipers will get a chance to get it out, but a great pinch there by Stringer. Momentarily, though, as Newman just chips that up, and here come the Snipers, and it's a hook there by Julian, and as she touches the puck here, the Snipers will be going to another power play, and the last one looked good. They did pretty much everything but score. What do you think the game plan's got to be, Nikki?
Score. Those 1%ers, is that not going to be the game plan? Those 1%ers, they're hitting the bar, as you say, they're hitting the iron, they're a bit too wide. As we're watching those pucks go in, they're aiming, but they're just not, like there's a free net there, they're just not hitting it. They're hitting that iron.
Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, we got Bella Raimondo here on the point now. Remember, they like to get the puck back to her, and she'll be hoping to get one through this time instead of into some shin guards. Dutton, though, is going to get first to it, and that's going to send down the length of the ice as Slade Baker there just chips it over to her defenseman. So as a goalie, when you touch the puck, you hope it only touches 2 more people and then goes into the net. That way you get an assist, right? But a nice chip up there by Conlin, and the puck's collected by Mayer. Conlin supports there. She'll just get that down into the corner and pick that up. She has a little tumble there, and it's Dutton using her big body there just to keep the puck pinned on the board and eat up some of this power play time. But it comes out to Newman, takes a shot, and another save there by Gargano, and a chip there, and here comes Mahoney. Look at that skate. She's going to get there first on the dump, and just like a nice little move to evade. She's got Parrington in the middle, and Parrington changed directions last minute, and that just hit the backhand and chipped into the corner.
Parrington did a great job too earlier on that penalty kill. She had to come back and shut down an attack and hold the puck deep in the corner.
But
and
here
then
comes
participate in
Aparicio. She's got some speed and some dangles. She chips that back. Shot by Conlin. She scores! Oh, anything you can do, I can do better. The mid-season draft pick for the Snipers, Steph Conlin, scores on her debut on the power play to bring this game to a 3-1 game for the Inferno.
That is exactly what the Snipers needed at this point coming into the break. They've got about 1 minute and 30 seconds to play in this second period, and then we will have an ice cut. So they want to leave the ice with a bit of momentum, and that will certainly help them with Conlin picking up the goal. Conlin plays for the Melbourne Ice and also the state team, and she was drafted on a Wednesday night to the Snipers, and they've just seen, they're certainly missing Nella Brenning, but Conlin did a pretty good job there of putting the puck in the net.
Couple great additions for both teams getting in the net, right? Mahoney with a goal, Conlin with a goal, and how's that for your 1%ers, Nikki?
Getting it done. They are complimenting Slade Baker very well with that goal.
There we
She's
go.
putting in the effort. Now it's their turn.
So Defour keeps that in, but it bounces out now, and here come the Inferno. It's Bedell who has the puck. She's being watched by 3 Snipers, and that's going to get intercepted by Schreier momentarily. It hits the back of the head of Quezada, and Clarkson not able to get it through. Here comes B DeFour. She passes it over there for Quezada, who has the puck. She's got some space in front of her, and DeFour's gone in. She's crashing the net. Quezada with a shot, saved by Gargano. Puck's loose. DeFour's got it. She looks to take a shot, and she knocks the stick out of the hands of one of the Inferno defenders. Puck in front for Quezada. Can't get a shot on. Back here for Davis Tope. She scores! EDT puts it in! And just like that, the Snipers are back in the game with 2 quick goals.
So that's Emily Davis Tope. She's promised so much all season, but this time she delivers with a great shot from the front. There was a lot of opportunities there that the Snipers had, and this is going to run out in the period, so we're not going to get the next face-off. But 3-2, and that is exactly the last 5 minutes that the Snipers need in this game. It was looking a bit grim with about 8 minutes or so to go, but those 2 goals have changed the complexion of this game very much. So we'll go into the break with an absolute hot third period coming up. It's going to be a scorcher. I think these teams, for a little while there, it looked like the Inferno were going to get away with it, but no.
If we've learned anything so far, no lead is safe. If you're playing against the Snipers, they will hunt you down, and they've done it so far. They haven't come all the way back, but they've netted 2 quick ones here to end the period, and this is turning it into one great third period. We're gonna cut to our man on the ice, Figures over there, and who else? But he's got Mahoney there, who is new to this Inferno team, and she's had one hell of a game, and she's capped that off with a gorgeous power play goal where she was able to pot that one over the glove of Slade Baker. So I'm looking forward to hearing what Figures has to say with Mahoney, and I'll cut to you, Figures. Let's hear what Courtney Mahoney has to say about the game.
Thanks very much, Anton. That's right, I got Courtney Mahoney here. Obviously not the way you wanted to end the period for you guys, but what a start that you've had. You got drafted this week, you scored a goal, you even got a penalty to get up your stats. How's it feel to be playing in this league so far?
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty unreal experience. Like, it's great to see what women's hockey's coming to in Australia, and especially with a lot of locals from Melbourne, and being able to fly in the state as well is pretty cool.
Fantastic. And obviously that was not a great way to end the period, but what are you looking for in the next period, going in, coming out strong in the early minutes?
100%. Like, I think the girls just need to keep their heads up, and like, there's a lot of chat on the bench, and I think if we just keep our heads up, like, it's gonna go our way, and that's all we want, really.
Awesome. Hey, thanks for your time, Courtney. Good luck. Back to you, Anton.
Thank you so much, Figures. Great chat with one of the up-and-coming stars, it looks like, for the Inferno. What do you have to say about it, Carl?
Well, we're going to come into the third period with an absolute hot game. It's been a very interesting one with the short-handed goals. There's been, I think, just the one, but the power play goal for Conlon, and then to me, in terms of momentum, it's looked mostly like the Snipers have had it most of the time. They just haven't been able to convert. And if you want to look at the way the game feels at the moment, you create opportunities, and hockey's about creating opportunities and defensively trying to obliterate those chances. But the Snipers have created a lot of opportunities. In that second period, they outshot the Inferno 10-7 and outscored them 2-1. I think I'll get that right. Yeah, 2-1 in that one. What they need to do is just stick to what they're doing. It's working. They've got to make sure they tidy up that defence. They've been caught out once on that short-handed goal, which was just a bit of overconfidence on the power play, and I think they'd probably regret that one. But on the whole, they've had most of the run of the game. The Inferno have looked dangerous at times, but I think the depth of the Snipers is going to be the telling factor in the third. We do have the long break now, so we will see what happens when we come back from this one. So we'll be back with you at about 8:35, 8:40 p.m. Until then, we will leave you with some adverts, and we'll see you in a minute.
My name is Kendall Coyne Schofield. I am from Palos Heights, Illinois. I played my college hockey at Northeastern University, and I'm currently on Team Adidas with the PWHPA. The The PWHPA is the Professional Women's Hockey Players Association, and back in May of 2019, a group of players got together to form the Players Association with the mission to change the landscape of women's hockey forever. I hope to see a more consistent product on the ice so that when you turn on your TV during hockey season, you don't just see the NHL, you see women's hockey just as consistently as you see men's hockey. Once we start seeing that, I think we'll really see the true growth that the game has already exceeded, I think, without the infrastructure that it deserves. I remember the first time I saw a women's hockey game was when I was 10 years old, and the Olympic team came through the United Center in Chicago to play Team Canada before the 2002 Olympic Games, and I was just a bug on the glass. And then from there, the next game that I saw was with the women's national team was the one I played in. Just to show you the gap of how hard it is to find and see women in hockey. To be it when you can't see it, that's such a strong purpose and mission of the PWHPA. We know how important that visibility is to the next generation, so that when these young girls grow up, they know that there's a place for them to be in this sport professionally and make a living doing it.
Confidence.
Where does it come from?
Why do some have it more than others?
How can young players find it?
How can beer leaguers get more of it?
How can pros keep it?
It comes from being 100% comfortable with your gear.
Because it's only when your gear feels just right.
Do you have the extra confidence to go all out and play to your fullest potential?
CCM knows that when you feel your best,
you play your best.
That's why they design, engineer, and test
the smallest details to feel just right.
So when you lace up your skates,
put on your helmet,
flex your stick,
or put on your pads.
You might not know why it feels right.
And that's okay. Just know that CCM does. And they got the art down to a science.
So now everyone can feel more comfortable wearing CCM gear
and feel more confident in taking their performance to the next level. When you feel your best,
you play your best.
Because when things feel just right,
who knows where your best will take you.
This game is our canvas.
Our choice, our freedom.
It's my way.
And mine.
And mine.
And mine.
It's the only way.
The ice doesn't discriminate.
It doesn't see color or gender.
All it sees is 60 minutes of pure effort.
A pure fun.
On the ice, we might be enemies.
But in the end, we're all allies.
This game's for everyone.
No matter who you are,
no matter where we're from, we're all ready to hit the ice.
Welcome back to the IceHQ Ice Rink here in Reservoir, Melbourne, Australia for the third period of this absolute cracker of a game between the Snipers and the Inferno, where we are all not quite tied up with 3 goals to the Inferno and the Snipers 2. So it's a 1-goal game in the favour of the Inferno. The Snipers with a very effective second period. 2 goals to both teams in the second, 1 to the Inferno in the first as a shorty. Gossie's going to talk to us a little bit now about special teams.
Yeah, it's been a lot of play on the special teams, right? We've had 6 power plays so far here in the game. 4 for the Snipers and 2 for the Inferno. And both teams have a power play goal. And the Inferno, obviously, that first goal of the game, shorthanded. So we're seeing that both teams working quite well. The Snipers, really, they got those two power plays late in the second period, and that really started getting their momentum. They were the first power play that they had there in the second. It was really led through Betafour playing on this left point, but then it was Steph Conlon who was able to put the puck in the back of the net, and that made it 3-1. And Emily Davis-Tope, with seconds left in the game, got her first for the season, and they've really made this a hockey game. The Snipers are quickly becoming known as the comeback queens, right? They're not afraid to play when they're behind, and they're able to come back, but they're still down by 1, and these Inferno ladies here are going to be desperate to get their first win of the season.
And this, Gossie, is what we're going to see. I think the depth is really going to come into play. I think for my money, I think the Snipers just have a bit more depth in their team selection, and we might see how that pans out in this period.
This line has been great for the Snipers. Aparicio with Emily Davis-Tope here on her wing, but the Inferno win this face-off, and Greggy Carson there, she's going to get that puck, but not deep, as it was Schreier who was able to keep that. In a battle now here with Cruzada, able to get it in, but it comes off a stick, and it's Christina Julian able to collect it. And when we're talking about the Inferno, it's their 2 stars really that's been for most of the season so far, although early, in Julian and Vanderwolf, who've been able to put the puck in the net. But Courtney Mahoney, as you heard Figures talk in between the intermission there, she's going to be a star as well, as she was able to score in her first game, and she's been all over it. So it's really going to be a great third period. I'm expecting lots of energy as both these teams want to win. And it's Emily Davis-Tope now on the forecheck, but nice curl away by Julian. She dodges. Another player goes inside, outside, and she'll take that wide. She'll carry it in and just chip that in behind the net. Forecheck there will not be beaten, as it'll be Schreier who will get there first, as the ladies battle there in the corner. Dutton's calling for it on the point. Puck's won there momentarily by the Snipers, and it's Parrington who now has it for the Inferno on her backhand.
Snipers with fresh legs. They just managed almost a full line change there, whereas the Snipers are still stuck on the ice.
So Davis-Tope not able to win that, and it goes across, and Schreier will get there for the Snipers. Dutton looks to seal the wall. She keeps it in, chips it forward. Aparicio tries to get it out, and the puck does squirt out now, but Courtney Mahoney has it here for the Inferno. She looks to dangle her way through, but a good stick check there by Davis-Tope sends the Inferno the other way. Mahoney picks it up. She's 1-on-2. She's going in on Defour, able to get across, tried to chip that in front, but hit the side of the net. Parrington has it, curling, takes the shot, and a nice toe save there by Slade Baker. Mahoney was looking in front for Poppy Kelly, but not able to connect. Parrington just chips that deep. Puck now on the half wall, battling between the 2 ladies there. A fall by the Sniper. Looks like Dutton's going to be able to keep it in momentarily, but the puck finally gets out by Danny Howe.
And that's Poppy Kelly, who's got to be all of 45 kilos ringing wet up against Betafour.
She's
about twice her
a little
size.
bit. Getting pushed around.
Oh, nice little drop pass there by Dutton to Mahoney, and now she's got space through the middle. She'll take it around wide, winds up, takes a shot, and rings that one off iron. Snipers, Hope Newman finds Danny Howe, and it's 3-on-3 now going the other way. Danny Howe takes it on the forehand. She winds up, looks to take a shot, and it's blocked. Poppy Kelly's going to be able to go the other way for the Inferno as it's back and forth hockey. Kelly over for Troon, and that just goes off the backhand into the corner.
Poppy's been on for a long shift. She'd be pretty tired.
Tran there battling, and it's Troon who just laid the body a little bit there, and as she touches up, it looks like Gwen Troon will be going for an elbow there as she just hit the hand and wrist of Julia Tran there in the corner. So Snipers' power play has looked good to end that second period. They started a little shaky with their first 2, but their last 2 have looked lethal. What do you think, Nikki, here coming in looking for 1 goal? What do you want to see the Snipers do?
Oh, I hope they can get it on the net. Not the iron, on the net. On the net. I hope they can compliment Slade Baker in her effort.
So nice block there by Moore to keep that in the zone. She's going to send it across over for Tran. She'll have that here on the right point. She's going to look to send that deep into the half wall. Puck's going to squirt out into the corner, and first to it is going to be Conlon, who's got one power play goal already. Snipers now walk it out. It comes back to Tran. She winds, takes a shot off the skates there of Carson, but the pocket is picked. It's Mayer on Carson, but Julian comes the other way, so she's got one shorthanded goal already. She's looking to walk around Tran, takes it behind the net. A nice stick check there by Moore. Julian back to Carson, and it just bounces under her stick, and that's going to allow the Snipers to go the other way.
Conlon, we're back there in numbers.
Conlon has it. She takes it wide, looking to cut it in front, takes a shot and hits the glove of Gargano, and she's able to cover that one up.
So a big change there in that power play by the Snipers was they were getting back quickly in defence as well. They haven't forgotten this time that part of the power play is keeping the puck out of your own net, and they did that well. When the Inferno got the counter-attack, there was Snipers everywhere to cut it off.
So face off there, nice win by Aparicio, and it's Emily Davis-Tope who collects it. Sends it there on the point, chip down below. It's Aparicio who has it in the corner. Davis-Tope goes to the half wall. Aparicio, she's going to take that behind the net, come out in front now. She's going to wind. She's got top shelf going, but a great save there by Gargano. Mahoney just slaps that down the length of the ice, and that's going to force the Snipers to regroup.
Inferno very lucky to get away with that penalty kill there. They gave Davis-Tope a lot of room, made her right around the back of the net, and was pretty much totally unmarked.
So here's
lucky there.
EDT with it now. She's going to stop up, just take that into the corner. Poke check there by Dutton. EDT still with it. Looks up. She's looking for a body. Takes that behind the net to Aparicio. Aparicio now on the backhand, being watched by Stringer. She'll send that back to the point for Ryland. Ryland winds, takes a shot, and that's deflected into the corner. And it's Quezada who has it now. Bella Raimondo was just watching for Troon coming out of the box, and she collects that and sends that deep, but only as far as the stick of Dutton. Here come the Inferno now. It's Yo-Yo Meisner. She'll chip that one into the corner. First to it will be Bella Raimondo, and she looks to hit that up on the wall for Aparicio. Aparicio now sends that cross ice over for Emily Davis-Tope. She walks around Julian, and she's got speed. Emily Davis-Tope cuts back. Nice little move again, and all she can do is send that behind the net for Newman as she goes for a change.
They're isolated because the Snipers were making a change.
Schreier looks to send that deep, and it's B-4 battling behind the net. That's always dangerous. Parrington, though, for the Inferno, able to collect. Dutton has it. Look for the stretch pass, finds Parrington only momentarily as B-4 collects and just sends that down the other way. So a little back and forth here. There's just over 11 minutes remaining. Inferno have had a few opportunities, and so have the Snipers, but no one's been able to find Twine. Puck picked up here, and it's Parrington now taking it in, brings it onto the forehand, winds, takes a shot, and a nice block there by Schreier as B-4 goes into the corner to collect. Danny Howe has it now. She winds it over, sends it up looking for her teammate, and it's picked up by Ava Pickering. But a nice pinch there on the line by Captain Carson as she sends it up, and it's now with Julian as she dodges Howe. Julian with it, takes a shot and just misses the net on that one. Schreier being pinched on the point there. A nice little stretch looking over, but intercepted there by the Inferno, and they'll send that in as Julian is looking for a change. Nice little tap there by Pickering just to get that into the Inferno zone. That's going to come in on the net, but a nice little job by the pickup there, able to collect and sent into the neutral zone.
Snipers doing a good job of being back in numbers all the time. Can't help but feel they've got a bit of the momentum. So far this period, 3 shots to none against the Inferno with 8 minutes played in the third.
So Rama sends it over to Carson. Carson looks to chip it up there to her winger, but a nice pinch by the Snipers, but it keeps that logged into the Inferno zone. Greggy's there. She curls away, sends that back up to the point, but another great pinch by the Snipers to keep that into the zone. Carson will get it out to Kelly now, but a great back check by Georgia Moore, and now looking over for Mayer, but not able to find her. Inferno just not able to make some of these connections coming out of their own zone, and it's just allowing the Snipers to come back in wave after wave.
That's coming from pretty good forechecking pressure by the Snipers, and when they are getting in trouble, they're dumping the puck deep. and then getting a good deep forecheck in and keeping pressure.
Nice
on the
move by
Inferno.
Shelley Clarkson, but an even better pinch by Conlon to keep that in. She's going to go in on Stringer. Conlon on Stringer. Stringer wins out, but it comes back to the point. That's left there for Mayer. Not able to keep it in, and it's Georgia Moore now who overskates the puck, and Bronwyn Cashin, all she can do is shovel that in on Tran. Aparicio who picks it up, and she's had a great game so far. She's been all over the puck. Does a nice job to beat one Inferno, beats a second Inferno, winds up, takes a shot, but can't beat the goaltender.
There's a big juicy rebound there in front. Snipers get another
Shot by
in.
Ryland, looking for the deflection by Aparicio, but Quezada now will collect it in the corner there for the Snipers. Inferno have it, though, not able to get it out. That was Ryland on Shelley Clarkson, and Ramundo able to get in, and she'll do the smart move and just try to chip that in deep. Off the bench is Newman, looking to get it deep, but can't get it further than Stringer, and Stringer sends that down the length of the ice, and it will be enough for icing, as the Inferno now will be pinned in their own zone here with just over 8 minutes remaining, as the Snipers are looking to get their third goal.
So the Inferno taking their time to get back, trying to drag out their recovery time as much as possible. They can't change.
So Aparicio ties up Julian, and it's Troon that comes in but can't get it out as Ryland chips it in. Julian gets it, though, and evades the check of Davis Tope and sends that down the length of the ice, and we'll have another icing and a few more tired Inferno as they're calling Gwen Troon back out onto the ice.
Well, that's the risk you take when you just do the dump from behind your own red line. If you can't clear the puck out, you're back on the ice, and we know she's got tired legs. This is a great scoring opportunity now for the Snipers to level it up.
Ducafre sending Bedefour and Schreier over the boards here for this face-off, and Schreier not able to keep that in, and that's just chipped forward by Bedell. Bedefour, though, the superstar, she'll get back there first. She'll chip that up on the half wall, but she was pinned there by an Inferno player, and it's Christina Julian with it. She dodges Newman, goes around Howe, but can't get past Defour, and Defour now can go the other way, and she's being chased by Julian. Defour just evades it, keeping it wide, curls around, looks to send it in front. Wine, there's an opportunity. The puck's loose. Defour has it. She scores! B. Defour ties it again for the third straight game. She ties the game, the comeback queen, and we've got a 3-3 hockey game here at IceHQ.
I think we're going to have to christen the section of the game as B time. Gossie, I think.
And look at the Selly.
Down by a goal and not long to go. Out comes Bedefour, and she squares it all up, and she's done it again. Fantastic timing, and it was just a big good shot on, getting pressure in, picking up that rebound, and just swooping on that loose puck. And there's a big wide open net, and in she goes.
It is Bedefour's third game-tying goal in as many games. If there's anyone you want on the ice when you need a goal, she's definitely up there with the likes of Danielle Butler and Christina Julian. It's Parrington who has the puck now. She'll chip that back there for Mahoney. Mahoney just evades one check, evades another, but can't get that past the captain of Moore. Great stick check by Conlon. Still there on the half wall, though, and thrown in by Rama.
Rama doing the right thing, just getting that puck in deep. She was under pressure.
So here comes Carson. She pinches in. She goes for a wander there behind the net, looking for the centering pass, but it was blocked there by Tran, who's having a great game defensively for the Snipers. The Snipers now will chip that out, but blocked by Carson, and she sends that back in, forcing the Snipers to come out once again, hemming them in. Moore goes across. She was looking for Newman there, but only found the other Georgia on the other side as she sends that back whence it came.
So the two captains playing pass to pass. After Georgia did make a pretty nice catch there to keep the puck in.
Kept in by Parrington. She's trying to skate in on the slot, but she's being watched by Moore. Comes in, puck's loose, rebound Mahoney. Puck's behind the net. It's coming around for the wraparound, but she's got Dutton. Dutton with a shot, a block there in front by Tran. And Conlon will just rim that down the ice as that bounces off the stick of Stringer and negates the icing.
Tran is having an outstanding game defensively for the Snipers today. I think she's got to be getting a star.
So here we are. It's the Aparicio. She's got it, takes a shot. Great save, Gargano. Where's the puck? It's under her pad, and it's still a 3-3 game.
Dare I call it too early? Shootout?
Shootout again.
Dare I call it too early? That would be a little bit spicy. I don't think the Inferno
just under 5 minutes to go.
expected the Snipers to come out with this much aggression.
Nah, they've come out steaming, hunting them down. As
it's a depth issue, I think you'll find, Gossie, as we were saying a little bit earlier. The Snipers just with that bit more depth.
They're able to roll the lines, and none better than this forward line, I think, of Aparicio out there with Emily Davis-Tope, and then Drew Caffrey sending out B. DeFour and Schreier after. There's just so many stars here on this Sniper team. And don't forget the captain, Georgia Moore, as well.
She's got a lot of wisdom, and she always plays smart hockey, Georgia.
So puck just comes out now, and it's going to be collected by Quezada, and Emily Davis-Tope's going to go to the net. Quezada takes it, looks to throw it in front, but hits a skate. And now the other way will be Christina Julian, but a nice poke check by the Sniper Aparicio, and that goes off a glove, and one lucky fan will be going home with a new hockey puck as that goes out into the
slightly soiled puck.
Game used. It's game used.
I don't think it has a logo on it. But it's certainly interesting now. We have 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go on the drop of the puck now, all tied up at 3 goals apiece. Can the Snipers steal and make it happen again to the Inferno, or can the Inferno break the drought and come away with the win?
The Inferno in their zone. It's Parrington that's looking to skate away from Howe. She does a nice job, but can't get past Julia Tran, who had a nice pinch there. Puck's with Mahoney, though. She brings it out. Oh, another nice move. Wines takes a shot off the pad there of Slade Baker, but collected by the Inferno. It comes out, and here comes Newman. It's a 2-on-1. Newman with a move, but a great defensive play there by the Inferno, Ebony Rama.
Rama there keeping the Inferno in the game there. That was an absolute goal-scoring opportunity, but Rama shut it down beautifully.
Rama and Carson out here to shut down the big line here from the Snipers. Schreier sends that on, and at first to it will be Rama. She sends it up. It's Bronwyn Cashin who has the puck on her stick now. She's got Parrington looking for it, decides to go the other way, and B. DeFour collects. She just chips that away from Christina Julian. Danielle Howe now has it and sends that deep. B. DeFour going for a little bit of a skate there on Mahoney, or on Dutton, sorry, and Dutton's going to win that battle.
Snipers with not much D back at the moment. They want to be careful. They've got to win this possession.
So here we are. It's a puck there over for Bedell. She just sends that on the wall, and first back to it will be Georgia Moore. She's got Hope Newman looking for it, and she'll find her there on the wall, and she and Mayer now will go the other way. Mayer just overskates it momentarily, but battles hard to get that one into the corner. And there comes Conlon now, who's got a goal in the game. Conlon wrapping around, takes a shot, hits the skates there at Julian, and a tumble there by Stringer, and another Sniper falls down, and the Inferno not able to get it out. It's the captain, Moore, tries to get around Julian, but Julian wins that puck. But a nice back check there by Conlon as linesman Wally goes for a little bit of a tumble.
Yeah, linesman got in the way of the play.
Dutton up to Julian, and she's got space. Julian in 1-on-2, winds up, takes a shot. She scores! Christina Julian puts it top shelf, and the Inferno regain the lead here late in the third period.
Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Snipers proved that in the last period where they scored 2 goals within the minute. And now Inferno's turn to regain that.
Yeah,
they've got a minute 20 to go.
We're on stop time now because the goal differential is less than 2. So every face-off now is a stop of the clock. With 1 minute and 25 to go, the Inferno have got themselves out to that 1-goal lead. The most tenuous leads of all, pretty much.
So
by
we're going to have a
timeout
here by Coach Drew Caffrey for the Snipers. Christina Julian, she's got a shot, she's got legs, she's got poise. She's the one on the Inferno. You know,
if you're Drew right now, do you pull the goalie straight away and just say, you know what, we're going 6 on?
I reckon they'd look to win the face-off first, get the puck deep, and I think Slade Baker will be coming to the bench. You know, if we're looking at this, we talk about her, the comeback queen, B. DeFour. She's got 3 game-tying goals to her name. If anyone's going to do it for the Snipers, you reckon it's probably going to be her. Although, if I was a betting man, probably a little bit better odds, I'd be going for Aparicio. She's only got that first goal in that first game, empty netter, but she's been all over it tonight.
Wouldn't I be calling Nella Brenning and saying, Nella, where are you?
Yeah, fly back from wherever you are if you can be here in 30 seconds.
You've got a minute.
Yeah.
We'll dress you. It's all good.
Yeah.
Maybe start a fire in the rink or something just to delay the game. But the Snipers just missing out a little bit on that attack of Nella. It's been noticeable that they have missed that extra penetration that she provides. But they have done particularly well so far, but not quite enough.
I mean, you can't take away from Gargano. She's made 21 saves, and she was huge in that second period early on where there were 10, and she stopped 6 of 7 here in the third.
It's the old story, Gossie. The most dangerous thing to defend against is an odd player rush, and that's what that goal was.
Yeah,
it was a player getting behind the defence, and if that's allowed to happen, you give away goals. And you don't have to have a lot of shots. You only need one good one. Inferno have only had 4 shots on the net this period to the Snipers 7. So the Snipers have had the run of the game, but they haven't converted. Whereas the Inferno got that goal behind.
I'll tell you what. Look at the lineup that the Snipers are sending out. It's Aparicio, Conlin, Moore, DeFore, Davis, Tope. It's 3 of their goal or 4 of their goal scorers.
And watch for the goalie to
3 of their goal scorers here, and I reckon the goalie's going to come when they get that chance. So here's B DeFore, the comeback queen. She's got the puck. She'll send it over to the captain Moore. Sends that back over to Aparicio. Now over to Conlin. Conlin has it. She's being watched by the Inferno. Was looking for Davis Tope. Puck's loose. Davis Tope has it. She ties up her like player there. It's Aparicio. Now Aparicio with the puck chips it over to Davis Tope. The goalie's out. We're going 6 on now. Davis Tope down for Aparicio. Aparicio back to Davis Tope. EDT being pinned to the wall there by Christina Julian. And there's 2 other players, and the whistle will be blown by Pereira there, and we'll have a face-off here to the right of
this face-off
Gargano.
will be absolutely critical for both teams. If the Snipers can win it and keep possession, they keep themselves in the game.
Christina Julia wins that one, but nice job to plug the wall there by Davis Tope. It's Aparicio behind the net. She's having a great game, and she sends that over to Davis Tope. Davis Tope just rims it around. She was looking back for Aparicio, but missed her. Pinched there by B DeFore. Puck's not able to be kept in, and it's Mahoney with it now. She sends that over, but not able to find the net. Lucy Parrington, though, will pick that up on the wall. Takes a shot. That's deflected high into the other corner. We got 30 seconds, and the puck's on the stick of B DeFore. That goes up to Newman, only momentarily able to get that deep for Carson. Moore forced back while her teammates tag up, and she finds a wall of Inferno. A ring of fire if you must.
Just on 10 seconds to play.
Puck kept in. Conlin chipped it up, looking for DeFore. Chip forward, back to Conlin. Conlin not able to get a shot on, and it's Christina Julian who clears it out of the zone, and that will be it. A 4-3 thriller here at IceHQ. It was a game bookended by a shorthanded goal in the first by Christina Julian, and she scored the game winner there at the end as well to put the Inferno up 4-3 as they win their first game here in the Pro League.
It's good to see that they finally won their first game. Hopefully this will ignite the Inferno within them to get another win next week and get it going, get it done, and hopefully it's only onwards and upwards for this team now that they have Mahoney on there. Clearly she's a star to watch. Being Canadian, I guess they're born with skates, aren't they?
No.
Yeah.
There's plenty of Canadians who can't play hockey.
Is
Hi,
she
Matt,
Canadian?
how you doing?
I'm assuming she's Canadian. She sounded Canadian. But she's definitely a player to watch for the rest of the season there.
Absolutely, without a doubt. Ebony Rama, too, had a great game with some really good, sensible play there in defence as well. Steph Conlin for the Snipers played well. Ava Pickering was a little quiet. But certainly the Snipers mostly had the run of the game. It was only a couple of defensive lapses, but that's a common refrain. It's those couple of defensive lapses that let you down. And the Inferno were able to take advantage of them this time. In the last period, the Snipers did outshoot the Inferno 7-4. They had the run of the play. They had the legs to most observers. It looked like it was just a matter of time. DeFore got that even it up goal yet again, as she's so good at doing. But then they just let one get behind them, and that's what happens, Gossie. If you're a goalie, what do you hate seeing? If someone's skating towards you with no one in front of them.
Gargano had a great game there for the Inferno. She made 21 saves there in the game. Slade Baker as well with a couple big saves there. But Snipers just come back short. They were able to erase a 3-goal deficit but a dagger in the end by Christina Julian just allowed the Inferno to get ahead. And you know, they say hockey is a game of momentum. You'd say the Snipers had a lot of momentum, but it's also a game of mistakes. Yep. And you know, you look back on the game, and you know, you end up losing by 1 goal, and you end up giving up a shorthanded one early on. You probably wish you had that back if you're the Snipers. But Inferno did a great job. They battled hard. They never gave up. And I'm really interested to see what we have here with the game-winning goal. Christina Julian, she's there with Figures on the other side. I'm excited to hear what she has to say about her great game, a shorthanded goal, a game-winning goal, both unassisted, an amazing individual effort, and an outstanding leader here for the Inferno. We're going to cut to you now, Figures.
Thanks, Anton. That's right, I got Christine and Julian here. You've had a game tonight. How did it feel getting that game-winning goal?
Yeah, it kind of just came off the stick pretty nicely and just back of the net at the right time and got the win out of it, which was great.
Because you were, all night, you were in the offensive zone, dangling around defenders, getting some really good opportunities. You guys haven't had a win yet, so stack that on top. How does it feel?
Yeah, it felt like the first 2 games we were getting a lot of chances but not finishing them, and then it finally kind of came together tonight. We had an injury with Dangs in the 3rd period, which kind of was something that we had to get over, and we did, and yeah, came away with the win. It's good.
Well, thanks so much for your time and enjoy the win. Thanks very much, Anton. Back to you.
Awesome. Thanks, Figures.
So thank you much, Figures, for that. Just to bring you up to speed on the statistics as well. Obviously, the 3-4 win to the Inferno with that late go-ahead goal was pretty spectacular. It was all tied up about halfway through the third, and then Snipers pulling the goalie, doing the best they could to try and pile on and get some pressure on, but in the end, the Inferno held them out. Penalties was 2 penalties were given out to the Snipers for 5 penalties to the Inferno. So they gave themselves an extra 6 minutes of time where they had to defend with 5 against 4. But they did get a shorthanded goal out of one of them. It's often said sometimes that although you don't want to give away the numerical advantage, shorthanded goals are much more common than you'd expect, especially because oftentimes the attacking team, the team on the power play, gets a little bit complacent. I figure they can kind of take a few more risks. Maybe they play 4 forwards and 1D, and when that goes wrong, it goes wrong terribly badly, and it can be very embarrassing. We've seen 5-on-3 short-handed goals here occasionally, and I can tell you there's not much more embarrassing than to be scored against when you're 5-on-3. So the Snipers would definitely want that one back, I think. But it was just a little bit of overconfidence, and the other one with the sorry, I'll get back to where we were with Julian getting that sneaky goal in the last bit where she got clear of all the defenders. So next week, we will have the Snipers playing the Dogs. Last time the Dogs won it in a shootout. It was an absolute thriller. They're all tied up at the end of the third, and it went to a shootout, which is a great result. Unless you're a goalie, I tend not to like that very much. So that's it for us this evening. And next game, round 5, will be on Friday, the 30th of June at 7:40 p.m. here at IceHQ. Bring it on.